What's up, everybody? This is your man, Mr. No Edit, and this is my new show, the Mr. No Edit Show.
Mr. No Edit Show!
Today, our guest hails from the West Side. My man, Mario. Welcome to the show, bro.
Oh man, appreciate it, brother. How's it going? You all right?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
That's good.
Right. See that? And what we gonna do simply with my man Mario is just go in with some things that's on his mind. Maybe starting with a little history. Maybe some history and when you started, maybe a year, who got you going, maybe some names you looked up to, and who put you on.
Okay. When I first seen Jitten, it was actually in my basement. My great grandmother, she stayed out in Rue Rouge, and that's more the southwest area. So they had a little party downstairs, and one guy I remember his name was Ken Warren. Man, he was down there. He was jitting and everything. I said, man, that's sweet. You know, it's like had to be like in like 95. You know, like 95. You know, before that I seen people jit, but it caught my eye then. Before it's like, yeah, it's just dancing. But that part right there caught my eye. I said, what are you doing? Like jit? I said, oh, that's jit. You know, he had a little arm work going, had the old school arm work going.
And this was River Rouge?
Yeah, River Rouge, Michigan, yeah.
Okay.
It was some jitters, had some jitters out there, River Rouge, back in the 90s, early 90s, somewhat late. The first seen him in my grandmother's basement, he was jit, he was going. I said, man, he's sweet. So, you know, it caught my eye then, but once I got older and I got into high school, went to Henry Ford High School off 7 Mile Evergreen, between 7 to 8 Mile on Evergreen. The people I watched in high school was Techno Mafia.
Now, what high school did you go to?
Henry Ford High School.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Henry Ford High School, man. I watched Techno Mafia. I seen them doing their things in the hallway and everything, man. They was a cold group, man. Nobody.
Now, who was a couple guys in that group? Techno Mafia.
Floyd, Alex, Randy Rand, Donovan. What else? It's a couple of other cats.
Was this the same group that was at Watts?
No, Techno Mafia was at Watts. No.
What was that? Techno.
The group you speaking about that was in Watts was Techno Entertainment. That's just,
okay.
That's just
something
another
totally different.
You know, name different. But the original Technos was Techno Mafia. But also, there was another group called Techno Freaks I was part of. Now I was part of that group in Southwest Detroit. The guy that got me started was named Bisco Kid. Here from Southwest. He went to Southwestern. He showed me, you know, the foundation was there, but he showed me how to build on it.
Okay.
You know, he showed me, you know, moves. He showed me the basics. He showed me how to hit the bisco. He showed me some arm work. He showed me how to do drops. You know, he's put me on his wing. It was me. He took me and my buddy, boy Greg. He's a tall guy. We used to call him, you know, he was tall, man. He was like 6'3". Guy can jit, man. The guy had moves, man. The guy he'll make up, he'll do moves so different. He'll add extra things, man. It's like it totally
because of his height.
Yeah, because he was long and he was just make the move. He just make this totally different. And you know what I'm saying? We called it year 3000 moves. Now that was in like 99, going into 2000. So, but the branch back off of the Techno Mafia. Techno Mafia was a cold group back in like the late 90s, man. Remember one guy named Floyd. It's white. They call White Boy Floyd. It's cold, man.
White guy?
Yeah, he was. I think he had black. I think he had black in there somewhere. Yeah, but he had curly hair, tall. He was known for fair skin, you know. Fair skin guy.
He could dance, huh? He could go.
The boy was cold, man. The boy was cold. Oh yeah, okay. Zeke was cold too. As a matter of fact, Zeke was that guy too.
Was he one of the guys that taught you?
No,
Or
I
you
watched
with
them.
them?
I watched them. I watched these guys. I watched them in high school. I started off jitting in '98.
98.
Yeah, I started off '98. I had always dance when I was coming up, but jitting per se I started in '98.
Now you mentioned when the one person was teaching you more moves like how to disco and drops, but you said you already had some basics.
Yeah, I had the basics. Kick, a little shuffle. Because even remember, if you think about back then when when MC Hammer, he was doing shuffles at some point in his dance. He was doing shuffles.
95. You was talking about.
What, to our MC Hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing shuffles, man. Oh
So
yeah.
you got shuffles from him? Is that what
Yeah,
you mean?
I see some shuffles. Cause shuffles. One thing about shuffles, you can make up like 1,000 shuffles. You can make up 1,000 shuffles. Long as it coordinate, long as it come together, and all the extra moves you want to put in on with it, it's a shuffle. You look at the word shuffle, it'll tell you right what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have a basic? I'll put it like this: was there a basic known shuffle when you learned? Like, for instance, man, I'm talking 80. I'm talking like 1984, 85. There was always a basic shuffle over here because of the basement parties.
Right.
And everybody did it. It wasn't no he can, he can't. Everybody just, we all shuffled. Did that exist? Regular?
Yeah, shuffle been around for years. It's just that people, when they caught on and they named it, they're like, oh, that's a shuffle. That's what a shuffle is. Like, oh yeah, that's a shuffle. A lot of people was doing the move, didn't know the name was. They actually was shuffling, but they didn't know the name.
So when you first learned, you had the kick, and you had a shuffle or a couple of shuffles.
Yeah, had a shuffle. It's and then more shuffles started coming. Started kind of developing certain shuffles I can do that I want to put into my style. A shuffle don't always have to be the shuffle that majority of people do. It don't have to be, that shuffle. It don't have to be that shuffle. It could be other additional shuffles, or some people like to have 2 shuffles in they whole jit. I call it their arsenal as far as dancing. Some people like to have multiple shuffles. It all depends on what fits you. So it's never right or wrong.
So you said you wanted to have dances that fit your style. What was your style back then, or what did your style become as you became better and better?
Well, my teacher, the person that taught me, Bisco Kid, when he got going, he started with Techno Freaks. That's my first time actually being a part of a group, Techno Freaks. It was out in Southwest Detroit. We had a few people that was scattered in certain areas. Like we had a couple guys I grew up with that was in Techno Freaks that stayed around the corner from me. Now mind you, I didn't know that until a little later. I was like, oh, I didn't know you was a part of that group. He's like, yeah, I know him. I was like, oh, a small world. But my teacher, with Bisco Kid, he taught me how to jit. He started really implementing a certain moves. And once I grasped that, because once he kind of faded away from Techno Freaks, he met Polo Boys. When he met Polo Boys, and he started to he meshed with them, and they had a group called, they formed at one point a group called All Stars. A lot of people don't know that, because it was like a short span during that time. So he brought me and a friend of mine into that culture, what he already had with Polo Boys. Now you got Polo Boys, you think about Jermaine, especially think about disco. You think about Fleetwood, Dion, think about Leroy, think about Jamar. And I always knew disco. I knew disco since I was 7. He stayed across the street from my grandmother. He played, young kids do. He play. You know, I know his grandmother. I know his grandmother.
Y'all close to the same age?
Yeah, me and Disco, yeah.
Okay.
He probably, I think Disco probably like a couple months older than me. He 34, I'm 34.
Oh, y'all the same age? Okay.
Yeah, we same.
So y'all were
Yeah,
playing on that same level?
Yeah, we was, you know, same level, you know, I knew him as Dion.
Right.
I didn't know him as Disco. You know, Disco Kid, Disco 3000. You know, 'cause my teacher, she was like, man, he said, man, but on with Polo Boy. I said, okay. He's like, man, Disco this, Disco Jermaine, Leroy. Yeah, I'm like, Tory. I was like, I know, I went to school with Tory.
Okay.
We call him Tweety. I went to school with him. He was jitting back at school too. He was around that same environment too, like I was. He was hanging around. He's a bad boy. You know, it's a group called Bad Boys in Henry Ford. It's a group called Passion Players in Henry Ford. So it was a lot of groups, you know, in the school, and some kind of branched off into another group. Eventually, kind of faded, went to another group. So, with that being said, my style was more techno. It was techno, and then
how would you describe that style?
This techno is a lot of crosses, a lot of cross movement, a lot of reverse crosses, a lot of different raps, certain particular shuffle.
And when you say that was the style, that means as far as the routine's concerned, all y'all individual solos or both?
It could be both. It could be both.
So you guys did routines?
Yeah,
and incorporated the things you said that made your style?
Yeah, because when I was messing with techno, when I got started with Techno Freaks, see, it's crazy because how it all came together, and that's the beauty of it. See, I was in high school. I stayed on 7 Mile. I was seeing that techno style, and I was like, man, I like that style. You know, you'd be in the hallways, they be clapping, they be in there jitting and stuff. You catch somebody, yeah, clapping and stuff. The way we did it was, when we was about to battle somebody, you know, we'd catch them in the bathroom or something. You know, like we go get you in the bathroom. Yeah, man. They will literally have battles, man. Like you can catch somebody outside of school, inside of school, in the hallway, the auditorium, wherever you met up with that person, it was going right there and they was just going to work.
So
there was no music.
So was there always a clap?
Oh, not all the time.
So sometimes it was just
it was just giving them
nothing,
just giving them work, boom, giving them move, just move, just work, just giving it to them, drops, whatever. It don't matter. If he had the better moves, he got you.
Who would know?
Well, back then it was different. Back then it was different. We had that because the jitting, you know, it had a different feel, a different love for it. It still had a love for it now, but back then you know somebody got you. If that person came at you with some amazing stuff, and you got really nothing to back that, you kind of see, you know, in your heart, like, he got me, man.
So why doesn't that exist now? If it doesn't, I don't know, but that's something I was thinking about before this interview. I wanted to ask certain people. I'm glad you kind of brought it up. Does a person know when they've been defeated, or is it to the point now when people don't even know when they've been defeated? So I'm dancing against somebody, the guy's doing amazing things, and in my mind, as long as I can keep coming back and forth with this guy, I'm in the race. As opposed to, let me just stop now. This guy's better than me.
And I'm glad we both talk about this, because now it's sometimes, you know, it's funny. We older now. You know, a lot of us can't do the things we used to do when we were younger. That's evident. You know, some people can. Like myself, I can still do a lot of other stuff that I probably doing when I was younger. Sometimes I might get tired, like, I'm done.
You get tired fast.
Yeah. Nowadays, it seems like it's stamina. Whoever got the most stamina, I beat you because I went out there longer. You know, I call it play jig. It's like, me and you, we having a little jig battle, and I keep hitting you with the same the same moves, and I'm playing, but I'm doing a lot of taps, I'm doing a lot of hops, I'm doing a lot of kicks, I'm doing a lot of movement, but the move it's not getting to something you be like, woo, you know what I'm saying? Because you can move and kind of go here,
But it's the same mode.
yeah, same. It's get repetitive. One thing about jitting, somebody told me when I was starting off, my teacher told me, he said, you know, if you're going out there, if you go out there, hit something, you want to get the crowd attention, go out there and just give it. It only take you 40 seconds. It really 30 seconds. You go out there and hit, and what you need to hit, and be done with it. Because the shorter, the better. The longer, you devalue yourself when you go out there. You out there jit for so long. You devalue your skills, your style, because people seeing everything you're doing, and then you might get to a point that get repetitive, and people say, I don't want to see you no more. And it's not that they don't like you, and not like saying you're not really doing it. It's the how the mind works. You was like, I don't want to keep seeing it. It can get boring. It get boring.
So that wouldn't really apply to, say, a person that can keep bringing something new and creative as they dance for 2 hours. If a person exists, that's different.
If somebody can,
I want to make that clear for the
if somebody can keep going and being creative for however how long it is, God forbid that man, woo.
But the majority, that's not the case.
No, it's not the case. You have to. Sometimes it's some particular people that I watch now, and I see that jit. I'm like, okay, they creative. They creative, and a lot of times, but actually, I want to kind of bring it back to when I first got back to jitting. I think I stopped jitting around like 2007. I stopped jitting in 2007. I had an incident where I got jumped on Pontiac. It was me and my cousin, two of my cousins, and their friends on Pontiac. So I went on competition with my cousin and some guys from Pontiac and everything. It was like 4 of us, and it was like a whole bunch. It was like at least about 20 of them guys, and and 2 of my cousin and his friend, they went one way, and me and my closest cousin, we went one way, and we got split up, and we they kind of caught us, and the bunch caught. A mass caught 2 people, the other masses caught the others, So it that's how I went out. I woke up in the hospital, they said I had a broken neck. So right now I have it's half metal on my neck, Yeah, so I couldn't. I tried to start back.
How are you now? Does it feel it sometimes as far as pain or
some cases?
Or is it like it's not even?
Some cases I feel it depends. Depending on how I lay and how I move, especially when I'm laying down. Pillows, have your head propped up. But a lot of times I don't feel it, but it messes with my equilibrium, my balance. Because you dance, you gotta have balance. And I think when I first started back jitting, my balance was horrible. My timing was off because I really couldn't get it back together as what I wanted. I know I would get it back eventually, but it was hard.
Fast as you thought.
So I had to keep getting repetitive and doing certain things. I think when I first got back, I was doing a whole bunch of. I think it was off. I was off beat, and I was not rhythm, but the moves were still there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why you cutting moves? I can hit a move. So I can do some trickery stuff with moves. That was part of Techno Freaks. I was a part of the strategy and style. Techno Freaks had a fake move. We fake a move, go back to another move. We might cut a move, and then end the move, just be like, "Ooh, what was that?" That was a strategy and style that we had with Techno Freaks. So by that, me saying that, you know, I had to kind of, when I first got back, it kind of had to, I implemented that. I just started.
And when you come back, what year?
2014, I think it was November.
Okay. No, 2014.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how have you been doing now, 2016?
Man.
You back on track? You better than ever?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Yeah. You know, some people say, man, you better now. Like my friend that started, we both started, said, man, you better now, man. I said, you think so?
You were in high school? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's saying it. He's saying, yeah. You know, so I'm like, you know, I'm just thinking about some things. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. But I know I do hit some different stuff that nobody ever probably seen.
Oh, stuff that you created?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of stuff. I do a lot of things that some people don't understand. You know, they don't even understand. Like, man, well, I understand that. You know, it's with jitting. Well, as a jitter, you should be able to kind of understand, grasp certain moves. You know, you got to have an eye for it too. You know, you have to have an eye for it, just like you got to have an eye for frontiering. You know, you have to have an eye for it. So, especially with jitting is a lot of, you know, movement, upper body to your feet. And that's, you know, people like, man, your footwork. And, you know, it ain't about your footwork because your body got to move your feet. Unfortunately, because, you know, if your feet, you know, there's only some moves you can do with this versus this all footwork. I like the shuffle. Shuffle is basically all footwork. Everything else is movement. Certain moves, certain height.
So would that make the well, let me pick your brain on this because what you just said. Would that make a footwork contest unfair? If we don't really have pure footwork.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be unfair, depending on what type of footwork you
Well, if like they had the juke versus jit, and they called it footwork contest.
See,
Do you think that's kind of I'm just picking your brain.
Well,
But would you say that was a little unfair because jit is more of a dance, not just footwork? Or can you pull footwork out? Can you say, okay, I can do that, but
you can pull footwork out in jitting. Now that we speaking of the footwork battle in Chicago came here, I was there.
Oh, were you there? Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
You just made me think of it, like
Yeah, and they only call it juke. It's really called footwork. And down in Chicago, they call it footwork. It's called footwork. It's called shot.
That's not footwork.
Juking thing. I still don't know the juking thing.
That's what it's supposed to be when they dance with a female.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah,
that's what jit was to us growing up.
Dance with a female. Yeah. Well, jitting. Since we speak about jitting, you know, jitting been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, before even jitterbugs. Well, the jitterbugs got their name from the dance called the jitterbug. It just was more.
Where do you say before the jitterbug? Where do you think it came from, or who was doing it?
Jitterbug is like the 30s. The jitter.
Oh, you talking about that jitterbug?
That jitterbug, it been out for 30. That's when they got the jitterbugs got that from that. That's what they call it.
So are you saying your theory is that the jitterbug basically came from the old jitterbug?
No.
And then you're doing the twisting the feet up and all that. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you believe?
Well, what I'm implying is that if we talking about jitterbug, the dance, jitterbug dance was it was in the 30s. When you look at it, when you look at the old tapes for jitterbugs, not necessarily jitterbugs we thinking about the brothers we speaking about. We think about the ones with the Caucasians. They was moving around. They was dancing. They was dancing with a woman, just like how you just said. Jitting for us back in the day was dancing with a woman. So you can see where the relevance is. It kind of like, wait a minute, you thinking that way, and that's what they was doing in the 30s and the 40s. You kind of make yourself think like, okay, maybe it's something there with that. You know, not saying I'm right, but maybe it's something there because the way we talking, what we thinking, you kind of can make reference like, wait a minute. I don't know, Jitting was like that, and Jitting back then was dancing with a woman. So, you kind of, it makes you wonder, it makes you go into the depth thinking as far as the dance itself. Because Jitting is a lot of movement. It's a lot of movement.
Oh, there is. That was one thing we grew up with, and I say we, just the guys I ran with. in Detroit on the east side, we always were taught, not that someone sat there and said, blah, 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 but our understanding was that Earl Flynn's other gang, but especially Earl Flynn's, were the ones who started what we call chick.
Yes, yeah.
And again, I don't know, I wasn't back then, but that's just what we always believe, which makes some sense to me too.
Well, yeah, Earl Flynn's, it was part of that. It was part of that, the jitting being where it's at. The jitterbugs. You know, you look at the old videos, what TNT on the dance. You can see that they was always putting moves out there, jit moves. They just put it all together. You know, all the moves just kind of came together, and jitting, it's jitting. All the moves. It's like it wasn't like they was I made reference of like say like a dream team, how they was dancing then. You know, they wasn't doing that. They wasn't doing collectively everything in one bunch. It was certain people was doing certain moves like that. Basically like the T major that's the kick. They was doing. Yeah, they did the kick. They was doing the kick on the little dance shows like the old dance show. I think it was like it was the scene.
Yeah, the scene.
Yeah, the scene. Yeah, they was doing a little roundhouse kick and everything. Oh, okay. My man. So, it was, they kind of collectively put those moves together. That's one thing about being honest about being dancing. Dancing, you have to collectively put stuff together to make it something. Like Michael Jackson, man, he had to put that stuff together to make it what he was doing. The moonwalk, the spin, the kick, all them things, he had to put it together to make it what it is. So when you think about jitting, it's a dance. It's a dance that has to be put together, and the format of it, it's a different format of jitting. And that's one thing I kind of just, I laugh. People like, no, they ain't jitting. I'm like, But it's different formats of jitting, right? Jitting ain't just that and that's it. No, it's different formats. You can you can take bits and pieces from everything, and you can see like, wait a minute, I can put that over there. I can put that over there. It's still jitting. It's a format.
So would this be a good segue into what's on your mind? Something that we talked a bit of your history. So is this a good segue for that? To
yes,
go
it
into,
is.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good way of going right in. That's good.
Mind is always working, Mario.
Yeah, that's it. The dancing, man, is
So let me ask a question. I'm gonna point up. I'm gonna put the words right here. What's on your mind?
I want to know what's going on with you got the JITSTORY, you got the community. That was one of them.
JITSTORY
And
and JIT community. Those are 2 pages.
Yeah, 2 pages. I still don't know why 2 pages. I know why, but I think sometimes people need to be honest about certain things. At the end of the day, we grown, man, and I can't say what it shouldn't be, but it's not understand. Some people don't understand, and I like to overstand. A lot of people don't overstand, and I don't think nobody wants nobody to overstand, because when you overstand, it's like, ooh, that's a different, that's a whole different conversation.
So you're kind of, now remember, I'm Mr. No Edit. I am not really Ron Ford in this, meaning I am unbiased. I have opinions, but I'm not biased towards either way. But I'm speaking more so for people watching. Okay, so you're kind of talking in code. And I don't want you don't have to be deliberate if you don't want to. But is there a way that you can make it a little bit more clear without, you don't have to point fingers or anything unless you want to. You have that right. This is all your opinion. It's all love here. But if you don't want to go that route, can you explain it in a way where maybe examples, maybe?
I'm gonna go. Let's go. It's 2 pages. Legit. Is this? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
You know, one time you make sense of it is you got a purpose to doing it. You know, that's the only time it makes sense with a purpose. Like, well, I'm doing it because of this, and I'm doing it because of that.
That's
you know?
actually more than 2 pages, isn't it?
Actually, it's yes. You know what? It is actually more than. But the other pages nobody really be on. You got
okay.
it's probably like several pages. I'm gonna say several. It's like 5 pages now. It's probably like 5. It's like 5 pages or so. I can believe it's 5 pages, gen pages, and I don't know why it's 5 pages, unless you targeting.
Oh, they're targeting specific
these specific people, specific
genres.
Genre people for particular reasons, specific reasons. So I can understand the different pages. Now, if it's about jitting, and they all got jitting in front and behind it.
You think it should be one
Yeah,
together?
if you want. If you target, if it's about jitting, it should be about jitting. And it should be one crowd of jitting. Not this crowd like this jit page and this crowd like the jit page, because you know, some people they're not grown. I mean, they grown, but it's how you, it's the character. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of when you kind of attest by characters, you got to go way back to. They probably was like that back in high school or middle school or just in elementary. So the character sometimes it follows and it kind of shows in a lot of ways.
Like
Yeah.
So does that characteristic apply to both pages?
In all the pages.
Okay.
All the pages.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that you got to learn how to deal with people on certain levels. You know, everybody can't be friends and everybody can't be cool. Some people, you know, if you have a party, I'm coming to just a party. I ain't gotta be your buddy, I ain't gotta be your homie, I ain't gotta be all these other things. I'm just here to support what you have. I like Jit, I'm here to support what you have. You know, I can be respectful and cordial.
Does that mean that Mario's coming out March the 5th?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm coming out to support you guys, you know. I'm coming out to, you know, because I like Jit.
Well, we appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. You know, support you, Joe, and so the people I seen that on the flyer, man. I can.
Yeah, you know, so that way, if you don't like somebody, there's somebody on there you don't like.
No, I ain't necessarily I don't like them. See,
Well, no, I mean, yeah, nah, that's my phone. It's not on me. So you have these problems. This problem with these different pages. They should be one page to you. What is the problem? Is it just
different groups, different ideology, you know, different purpose, different reasons. Sometimes it just ain't no reason. You know, I just want to make me something up so people can, you know, get likes. A lot of times I notice a lot of people like likes and comments, man. But likes and comments do not make your skills tight, because you can.
Now that I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It does seem like, and I'm just saying this. I'm saying this as the host who's been paying attention to the page when I can, for the younger folks. You're talking to everyone, I'm sure. I'm just cueing into these younger folks that's into dancing. A like and a comment, the footage, that has nothing to do with nothing when it comes to your skill. Either you got it or you don't. If you don't have it, you work at it more. If you do have it, keep working and get better.
You know, it doesn't have anything to do. It's likes and comments, man. It has nothing. You know, some people can just like your stuff just to make the other person mad, or comment on your stuff just to make the other person mad. It's like we in high school? Oh, we grown? I'm gonna check how old I am. Look at my birth certificate again, my driver's license or something. Just make sure I'm in the right time right now. You know what I'm saying? Likes and comments don't make your skill, man. Cause me, I mean, I have been some times where I got a lot of likes and comments on some videos, and sometimes I didn't really. I got few, very few. Sometimes they overlooked it. I don't understand. It's cool because I know I done put out a whole bunch of new stuff and some stuff that just like crazy. Like, what was that?
Right.
You know, I kind of dialed in when I first came back.
Go ahead, keep going.
When I first came back, you know, and I came back to Jitten, and I didn't really see the West Side like I normally used to see it back in the day, and it kind of concerned me. I said, well, where all the West Siders at? I said, man, I just don't understand where all the West Side jitters at.
Yeah.
And the more I started getting in depth and started kind of doing research, I mean, I noticed that a lot of people wasn't jitting anymore. Because at the high school, a lot of people, man, they stopped jitting, man. They literally stopped jitting at the high school. Because it was at least, I can name at least 4 or 5 groups. I know at least it was in my high school, man. At least 4 or 5 groups. That was in high school. So a lot of people after high school, they stopped jitting. I mean, they literally stopped jitting. And then people that just was not in groups that were jitting, they just stopped jitting too. You're like, man. Where everybody go? So when I came back to Jitten, said, "We're going to West." I tracked down disco. I was talking with Jermaine and them, Fleetwood. I think I started seeing everybody. I heard they said Ron Harden had a little bit going on. So I stepped. At first I heard it was at the Ritz.
Wait a minute.
First he had the open circle. You open the circle.
Oh, okay.
I kept hearing about this, like, man, you know, they back jitting, you know, around them, that's me. I'm like, I said, it's still jit. I was like, wow, this
So that kind of motivated you to get back into it?
Yeah, it kind of it drew some interest, like, they still jitting? I'm like, oh, okay. And I said, okay. And then he kept my boy Joseph Bay, part of World Threat. He's like, man, he jitting, man. I said, oh, okay. I said, that's all right. I said, so then he said again, I said, let me go find out what's going on. Found that it was in the State Fair Lounge. I went down there that one Sunday, man.
Oh, okay.
You know, I got it in a little bit. I was okay, but I had to train my body.
Right, you had mentioned.
You know, excuse me, let's see, make sure everybody. Yeah, but
now you're A-okay.
Oh yeah, I'm
You're
still
dancing good.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
feeling
still
good.
I'm feeling better. I think I'm probably, you know, I'm really be honest with you. I think I brought a lot of the back together in some sense. You know, because I've been in JIT. This is my 3rd JIT group. I was in Techno Freaks. I was in Armageddon. Oh, Armageddon. Oh, I can't forget about the group Armageddon. Armageddon has cold. It was cold hat. Man, had Big Herb, DJ Liquid, rest in peace. And that's my buddy, my friend. We used to stay up at night, man, and jitting and stuff. He used to come to my house. When I moved out to River Rouge, my mother, I had to move off 7 Mile, because my grandmother and my auntie had passed away, so we had to take over. They had to take over the house. We wanted to keep the house in the family. So we moved out there, and we took over my mother took over the house. And by like last year and forward, I moved out there with her, and you know, so from there it's like.
So that's the 2nd group, Armageddon.
Yeah, Armageddon.
What's the 3rd group?
3rd, Death Squad.
Okay, you're in Death Squad.
Yeah, Death
now
Squad.
who are the members of Death Squad?
You got Jordan Disco, you got Tweet, Jamar, Fleetwood, Sam Dynamite, you got Bounce, got Keon, you got Eric Vaughn.
Big group.
Yeah, it was, you know, a lot of people came in, came out. Like
Those are just like.
Yeah, they still.
They'll always be members.
Yeah, they always be members.
Okay.
Lil Dion.
Who are the active members right now? Or it's just kind of like also when you do something, when you're ready to work.
Well, since I got back, I had to get, you know, I got Disco, I got him back motivated. He said I got him back motivated. He said he seems like, man, you know, it brought him back to the 99 era. He said, man, back in the 99, man, you know, and since his boy was my teacher, and we was all, well, it's funny, man. I think
it's like a family.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a family, but it's funny because I always knew Disco. I knew him as Dion. Grew up with him, right across the street. He moved to the west side. I moved. I always stayed on the west side, but he moved to he stayed in the Southwest. He moved to the more West. I was already staying West, and went to middle school together for a couple of years. Then he left. He went to another school, whatever. But
so y'all was always in and out of each
yeah, I
other's
was running to him. You know what I'm saying? After that, but you know, now then I just kind of I lost a little touch. I didn't see him as much. So I you know, ran to him. I think I ran to him again, like 99. Yeah, 99. Yeah, ran to him again, 99. And now my boy Greg, the tall guy, he was like, yeah, he tall. Somebody else there was like, yeah, this go cold, man. Woo. Like, for real, I'm like, I meet this guy. You know, I gotta see this guy.
Oh, you know it was him.
Didn't know it was him.
What year was this?
It was 99.
Oh, okay.
He was 99, I think it was Legends. We was at Legends.
Okay.
Going to Legends. And we was outside, we was inside, and I seen him, I was like, what's up, like, man? Like, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? A few years, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And he was just going to work, man.
So you approved what you seen.
Yeah, I was like, man, woo, man, there's so much new stuff, man. Man, Jitty, man, Jitty, it looked so nice, man. It looked so appealing, like it's like a sexy car, man. Yeah.
Now we're gonna wrap this up with two more questions. One really isn't a question. One is more dealing with what was on your mind. You had mentioned the pages, and do you have a solution?
Man, you know what? A solution only good when it's the best. And ideas, see, everybody, this is the problem. Everybody have ideas, but they don't go forth with ideas. And there's no solution to this because, and you know, people got up in age, man. They got to take a certain age, they got these certain ways going on. So they're like, no, I think, I'm not sure. Everybody can't really come together because everybody's not friends. Everybody's not that close. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only like a few people in there.
What is the problem? I mean,
some people got behavior problems, man.
I'm curious. Like,
some people got behavior problems, man. It's how you brought up.
I mean,
man.
say it's one page.
Mm-hmm.
What is the problem with the one page that makes it split up into other pages? What is?
Man, one page is, you know, one page is run by one group, and then the other pages is they run by all these different types of groups, and everybody have a different agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Agenda.
Yeah, they have a different agenda. I mean, we're saying agenda, it's not always bad. It's not always a bad thing. It's just what you want to do, what you're trying to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. You know, whatever. That's what you want to do. You're a grown man. You're a person. That's what you want to do.
So instead of one, now there's five
It's like about
with
5 pages.
different agendas.
Man, yeah. Whatever agenda it is an agenda.
And you're saying you would like for it to you wish that it could just be one page.
If it's gonna be about Jitty.
If it's gonna be about Jitty.
Yeah.
And as opposed to what?
To parties, other things going on. It's it's basically gonna be party.
With legit parties.
Ain't nothing wrong with legit party.
That's okay?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with legit party.
But just music, rap, bowling, skiing, that stuff shouldn't happen.
That's just marketing your business. Whatever I mean, not say business.
But whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're trying to make money. I call it hustle, man. I don't really call it business. Business is where you got it's more structure and it's more things that you have to go through. You can like okay, it's incredible. You know, it can be looked up and something like that. That's a business.
Now with all these things going on, can you still remain showing love to the other pages?
Yeah. It's, you got sometimes
It's not gonna make or break you.
No, I ain't gonna make you gotta be. It's about being grown, man. It's like you have to. That's what's one thing about black men and black folks in general, man. We get into this thing like, they don't want to see you doing. They don't want to see you make a couple dollars, man. There's no money. I mean, if you want to get down to it, there's no money. I mean, it's money in jitting, but it's not money in jitting. It's not gonna make you say, It's gonna give me a house.
Right.
It's gonna give me a car. It's knickknacks. I call it knickknacks, man. It's like a nickel dime thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look at it. Because you can't get it. You can't pull. You can't get out of jail. The people have to put in jail. And you know what I'm saying? If you have to come to go collect it together and make it stronger and make it something. People like doing shows and concerts and stuff like that, man. One day it's gonna be over with, man. Yeah, I'm sure that's over with on that one.
So the last question, Mario, is what's in store for you in the future? You as an individual and you're part of a group, so you can talk about your group a little too if there's something you want to say about their future, or just you. Speak for yourself.
Well,
What's the future? I mean, you just want to have fun with it.
I like
to grow.
Yeah,
what do
you know
think?
what? Dancing and jit, man. It helps me evolve in life.
It's not just dancing.
Yeah, it's not just dancing. Dancing is just a feeling, you know, that you, of course, you put into it, but what you put out to it, that's what we see. You know, dance for me is to make things better for me. You know what I'm saying? I love to get with people and do this and do that and go deal with the kids and stuff like that. I'm already on my, you know, kind of run my own company and everything like that. So yeah, I'm kind of running, you know what I'm saying? So you know, that long is like, I know it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's good.
So it's just a lifestyle for you.
Yeah, it's life. Yeah.
And it's helping you in life.
Yeah, it's helped me. You know, it's exercise for me. You know what I'm saying? But I like to be creative. I like to pull out something different. Whether somebody really approve on their liking, because I done put out so much stuff. I done put out so much like woo. You know, ain't nobody really got to tell me if it's cold. Now I know it's cold. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Self-confidence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of that self-confidence, that's our segue. You gonna do something?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I brought the West back though. I brought the West back in that jit though. Y'all can't sit there in front. I did, man. I don't care what y'all saying. I brought that West back like it was 1999, 2000.
Did you single-handedly bring it back? Like a superhero? Or did you have a little help along the way?
Like Flash this thing. He West, but I brought that West back though. It's a difference. Like people don't understand. I probably laugh because like no, the West. It was a certain order, man. A certain order hot man dancing, man. It was all about some moves, creative, just boom, 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 boom. And I want thing I want to say.
That, and I got you. He about to hook it up for you right quick.
I want to say one thing. From '97 to 2003, I say 2002. Didn't evolve to what it is right now. If a lot of moves people hitting right now, man, it wouldn't be possible if it weren't for Noah, Nardo, Mook, Disco, Jermaine, Bisco Kid, Devonair, Al, you know, a lot of people like that, man. Just, you know, Al Cannon, yeah. I watched the, you know what I'm saying? I bought the Tiny G.
Tiny G?
Yeah, my the guy that taught me, and him, Disco and Bisco Kid, my teacher, and Tiny G, they got together, and then he was doing rules and stuff like that. He transferred some of that information over to me, and I came with the style for year 3000 moves.
You came up with that?
Well, actually, Disco had it already in his mind, but I didn't realize what we was. I realized what we was doing. But
Who said it first?
Who said it first? Well, it's funny. Disco probably said it first.
Okay.
I just happened to didn't know. See, I didn't know Disco was Dion.
Oh, I got it. It don't matter anyway.
It didn't matter.
3,000 still means
3,000. Yeah, 3,000 moves. We still had this mindset like, oh, we gotta come with something creative, man. Gotta do something new. Like, ooh.
So he brought the West back.
Oh yeah.
And we about to see it or something.
Sure is.
Now let me grab my camera right quick.
Techno Mafia, Techno Freaks, Polo, Hit Squad, Free Squad, all the four babies, everybody.
I'm gonna keep this camera right on you.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you got aux 88. Now, if you got something you wanna hear, I'm follow you. Wanna hit the concrete?
Oh yeah, we're gonna hit that concrete, buddy. Go and hit that.
Now, if you got a song in mind, let DJ Deadline know he got it all. Wherever you want it. You want it in front of them turntables, in front of that wax? That wax? You want it in front of that wax? Said he brought the West back. My man Mario.